Have you ever watched a drama and thought, wait, are they still acting? Or did that just turn real? That's the quiet power of love between lines. This isn't a fast romance. It doesn't chase big moments or loud confessions. Instead, it waits. It lets silence do the talking. It lets glances linger a little too long. And it lets emotions slip out when the characters are trying their hardest to stay in control. In this video, we're diving deep into episodes 1 all the way through 28, breaking everything down step by step. The story, the tension, the emotional turning points, and how the line between acting and real feelings slowly disappears. This recap includes full spoilers, so if you haven't seen the drama yet, now's the time to decide, watch first, or stay, and experience the entire journey right here with me. Alright, let's go back to where it all begins. Let's start today's video. The story opens in the world of film and television production, where appearances matter just as much as talent. We're introduced to Lu Yan, a talented but emotionally reserved actor. He's known for his professionalism, but also for keeping people at arm's length. Lu Yan doesn't mix work with feelings, at least, that's what he believes. Enter Qin Xiao, a sharp, intelligent screenwriter with a quiet confidence. She's not flashy, not loud, but she has a deep understanding of character psychology, something that immediately sets her apart. Their first interaction is awkward but charged. There's no instant romance. Instead, there's tension, professional curiosity, slight friction. By the end of episode 1, the drama makes one thing clear. This is a story about two people pretending to be someone else, and slowly discovering who they really are. Episode 2 leans heavily into workplace dynamics. Lu Yan is cast in a new project, one that Qin Xiao is heavily involved in writing. From the start, they clash over character interpretation. Lu Yan approaches the role technically, while Qin Xiao wants emotional realism. Their disagreements aren't loud, but they're sharp. What's interesting here is how the drama mirrors its own theme. They're arguing about a character's emotional truth, while avoiding their own. There's a subtle moment, a long pause, a shared look, that lingers just a second too long. It's easy to miss, but it plants the seed. In episode 3, we begin to see Lu Yan's inner conflict. Despite his cool exterior, he's deeply affected by Qin Xiao's notes on his performance. She sees through his acting, and worse, she sees through him. Meanwhile, Qin Xiao starts noticing Lu Yan's contradictions, his controlled demeanor versus the raw emotion that slips out during rehearsals. There's a rehearsal scene where Lu Yan delivers a line so convincingly that the entire room falls silent. Qin Xiao realizes something important here. Lu Yan isn't emotionally distant because he lacks feelings, he's distant because he feels too much. The elevator doors close with a soft ding. Qin Xiao stands inside, arms folded loosely, eyes fixed on the glowing numbers above the door. Lu Yan is beside her, posture straight, gaze forward. The silence between them isn't awkward, it's deliberate. Earlier, in the hallway, he'd said it again. Let's keep our relationship professional, clear, calm, final, almost to final. The elevator descends. Qin Xiao exhales quietly, the kind of breath you release when you tell yourself, fine, I understand. Her reflection in the mirrored wall looks composed, collected, a woman who knows how to accept boundaries. But inside, something has shifted. The next morning, the production office hums with controlled chaos. Assistants hurry past with scripts, tablets, coffee cups. Someone is arguing softly on the phone about lighting schedules. Qin Xiao sits at her desk, scrolling through yesterday's footage. On screen, Lu Yan's character looks at his scene partner with aching restraint. His eyes flicker, jaw tightens, breath barely controlled. It's subtle, but devastating. Qin Xiao pauses the frame. She's seen hundreds of actors perform longing. Very few make it look this real. She closes the laptop a little too quickly. Actors pretend for a living, she reminds herself. That's what they do. Her phone buzzes. Assistant director, Xiao Jie. Lu Yan is asking about the script revisions. Of course he is. She stands, straightens her blazer, and schools her expression into something neutral. The next morning, the production office hums with controlled chaos. Assistants hurry past with scripts, tablets, coffee cups. Someone is arguing softly on the phone about lighting schedules. Qin Xiao sits at her desk, scrolling through yesterday's footage. On screen, Lu Yan's character looks at his scene partner with aching restraint. His eyes flicker, jaw tightens, breath barely controlled. It's subtle, but devastating. Qin Xiao pauses the frame. She's seen hundreds of actors perform longing. Very few make it look this real. She closes the laptop a little too quickly. Actors pretend for a living, she reminds herself. That's what they do. Her phone buzzes. Assistant director, Xiao Jie. Lu Yan is asking about the script revisions. Of course he is. She stands, straightens her blazer, and schools her expression into something neutral. The air feels heavier than necessary. She steps back first. That's all. I'll send the updated pages. He nods. I'll review them. As she turns to leave, he adds, almost as an afterthought, and about yesterday, I hope I wasn't rude. She stops, but doesn't turn around. You weren't, she says. Clear communication is better than ambiguity. A perfect answer. She walks out before he can say anything else. That night, Qin Xiao sits alone on her couch. Lights dim, city glow filtering through the curtains. Her laptop is open, but she's not working. Her mind drifts, unwanted, uninvited. A younger Qin Xiao stands in a cafe, smiling, handing over a proposal folder. Across from her, her former partner, both romantic and professional, takes it with a grin. I promise, I'd never use your ideas without you. Cut to weeks later. A boardroom. Applause. Her ex standing at the front, presenting her concept. Her name nowhere on the screen. Later. Confrontation. This is just business, he'd said. Don't take it personally. She'd learned 2 lessons that day. 1. Trust is expensive. 2. People who can perform sincerity often do. She closes her eyes, jaw tightening. Then, uninvited. Lu Yan's face appears in her thoughts, not smiling, not charming, just quiet and restrained, saying, let's keep things professional. She frowns. Why him? The next day's shoot is intense. Lu Yan's character confronts a betrayal on screen. The scene requires controlled anger, pain wrapped in dignity. Action. Lu Yan delivers. His voice is steady, but his eyes betray him. Hurt. Disbelief. A trust broken too cleanly. Qin Xiao watches from behind the monitor, frozen. This isn't overacting. This is memory. When the scene ends, the set is silent for a beat. Cut. The director says softly, perfect. Lu Yan lowers his gaze, breath measured, expression returning to neutral. Qin Xiao doesn't realize she's holding her own breath until it escapes her. Actors pretend, she reminds herself again, but her chest feels tight. After the shoot, rain pours unexpectedly. Crew members scatter. Umbrellas open. Qin Xiao rushes toward her car when she notices Lu Yan standing under the building overhang, script held uselessly against the rain. Without thinking, she steps closer and holds out her umbrella. You'll get soaked. He hesitates. Just a second too long. Then, thank you. They stand under the umbrella, close but not touching. The rain drums loudly around them, sealing them in a small, shared world. I didn't know that scene would be so personal, she says quietly. He looks at her, surprised. It wasn't personal. She studies his face. You're a bad liar. A beat. He looks away. Sometimes reality helps performance. She nods. Sometimes performance hides reality. Their eyes meet. Something unsaid hangs between them. Then he steps back, out from under the umbrella. Good night, Qin Xiao. Professional. Again. She watches him walk into the rain, getting soaked anyway. Her grip tightens on the umbrella handle. Later, she stands by her window, watching the rain streak down the glass. Her phone lights up with a message. Lu Yan. Script revisions received. They're good. That's it. No images. No extra words. She types a reply. Qin Xiao. Noted. Rest well. She sets the phone down. Her reflection in the window looks thoughtful. Guarded. Changed. She realizes something, slowly and unwillingly. She isn't afraid of Lu Yan crossing her boundaries. She's afraid of what it means that he won't. The irony settles deep in her chest. She's starting to trust someone who insists on distance, and that might be the most dangerous thing of all. Fade out.